Most people think of horses as huge, powerful animals galloping across fields. But what if I told you that some horses are so small they barely reach the height of your coffee table? I mean, horses you could literally pick up and cuddle like a puppy. The Guinness World Records has already documented the smallest foal in the world. Some of these little ones weigh less than human babies at birth, yet they make it into the record books for being incredibly tiny. Some are as short as a soda bottle. Others look more like stuffed animals that somehow came to life. And they're not just curiosities. Many of these tiny horses work as therapy animals, bringing smiles to children in hospitals. Or they've become internet stars and Guinness record holders, racking up millions of followers on social media. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Guoxia. The Guoxia, whose name literally means horse under the tree in Chinese, comes from the Dao, Jingxi, and Tanyang counties in China. These tiny ponies measure about 1.02 miu, 3'4", tall, the perfect pony size for children, and have existed for over 2,000 years. Physically, they are adorable. Small heads, thick necks, strong legs, and sturdy hooves, usually in gray, red, or bay coats. They have small ears and straight backs, giving them a compact and robust appearance, as if capable of handling any challenge. The most surprising fact is that this breed was considered extinct until a herd was discovered in 1981 in remote southern China. Imagine that, more than 1,000 Guoxia ponies living in the mountains of their native region, completely forgotten by the world. A 2,000-year-old bronze statue depicting a Guoxia was even discovered in China, proving that these horses hold enormous historical significance. And the best part, they still exist today, thriving as one of the most unique miniature horse breeds on the planet. Number 2. Cota Horse Australia seems to produce some of the rarest breeds on the planet, and this one is no exception. Meet Cota, the little warrior who may be tiny but has enormous courage. The smallest pony in Australia measures only 58 centimeters, about 111, truly fitting the definition of a pocket horse. He was diagnosed with dwarfism shortly after birth, but don't feel sad. What he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in personality. He is pure energy. Seriously, this little guy has more attitude than horses 10 times his size. The most amazing part is that Cota's condition is rare, and surprisingly, he is still alive and full of life at 13 months old, despite several health problems. This brave miniature horse has already undergone multiple surgeries, including dental procedures and other treatments, appeared on the show Bondi Vet, and has become Australia's most famous miniature horse. All this proves that the size of a heart cannot be measured in centimeters. Number 3. Welsh Pony. Welsh ponies have been around for over 1,000 years, running free across the mountains of Wales, a region renowned for its natural beauty, green valleys, and challenging terrain. These little athletes originally emerged as indispensable companions for local inhabitants, both for work and transportation, and they developed to withstand virtually any challenge presented by the rugged landscape. Over the centuries, they adapted to harsh climatic conditions, uneven soils, and long journeys, shaping their compact muscular bodies. Physically, Welsh ponies are fascinating. They have small, well-proportioned heads with large expressive eyes that convey intelligence and curiosity. Their sloped, well-muscled shoulders allow agile movement, while a short back and powerful hindquarters provide strength and stability. Standing around 1.22 mm tall, they are compact but far from fragile. In fact, their robust structure is perfect for intense work and athletic activities. These ponies' bodies combine strength and elegance, small dimensions that do not compromise their endurance, allowing impressive jumping ability and remarkable versatility. Welsh ponies are traditionally divided into 4 sections, mainly based on size and the purpose of each subgroup. Here we focus on the smaller types, but all categories share common traits, such as intelligence, a friendly disposition, and strong learning capacity. Their versatility is remarkable. They can excel in jumping competitions, pulling carts, participating in dressage events, or serving as safe and reliable mounts for children. Behaviorally, Welsh ponies are known for their gentle and friendly nature. They form strong bonds with their owners and caretakers and demonstrate great patience, especially with young riders. However, this sweetness does not mean a lack of energy or competitive spirit. On the contrary, these ponies possess impressive athleticism, enabling them to compete at high levels in various disciplines while maintaining an active disposition even at a small size. This combination of balanced temperament and athletic ability makes them one of the most complete and appreciated breeds in the equestrian world. world. Historically, the exact origin of Welsh ponies continues to fascinate experts. Studies indicate that these animals descend from small horses that lived in the mountainous regions of Great Britain and continental Europe, likely brought by the Celts thousands of years ago. In Wales, they mixed with other local breeds, creating a lineage that is resistant, agile, and incredibly adaptable. For centuries, they were used both for agricultural work and transportation, particularly in areas where roads were non-existent and larger horses could not pass. This history of adaptation and practical use shaped the resilient temperament and versatile physical structure we see today. Additionally, these ponies display incredible color diversity, including bay, brown, black, and gray shades, each with distinct patterns that add even more charm to the breed. Their coats are generally dense and resilient, protecting them against the cold and moisture typical of the Welsh mountains. Their manes and tails are often thick and silky, giving them an elegant appearance even in rustic environments. Number 4. Dartmoor Pony. Dartmoor ponies are true icons of the British landscape, living freely across the rocky moors and heathlands of southern England for centuries. The Dartmoor region, with its rolling hills, winding rivers, and rugged terrain, shaped these animals into perfect examples of endurance, agility, and adaptability. Historical records document the presence of Dartmoor ponies since the Middle Ages, indicating that they played important roles in rural communities, serving as mounts, light transport, and loyal companions for children and adults. Physically, Dartmoors are charming and compact, usually measuring between 1.14 and 1.27 mi. Despite their small size, they have balanced proportions and well-developed musculature, enabling them to handle demanding activities and challenging terrain. Their heads are delicate, with attentive ears and large expressive eyes, giving them an alert and curious appearance. Their strong shoulders and hindquarters facilitate jumping and agile movement, making them great for beginners and for children who want to experience riding a real horse. The variety of colors is also fascinating. Most Dartmoors have brown or bay coats, but there are black, chestnut, and gray individuals, each with unique patterns that add charm to the breed. Their dense coats help protect them from the cold and damp typical of the English moors, ensuring they can remain active even in adverse weather. Their manes and tails are usually thick and silky, contributing to an appearance that is both elegant and hardy. Temperament is one of the Dartmoor ponies' most notable traits. Breeders and enthusiasts have long recognized their exceptional docility, making them ideal mounts for children and beginners. At the same time, they possess enough strength and stamina to handle long walks, rocky terrain, and more demanding activities. This combination of elegance, robustness, and intelligence makes them true partners for any adventure or training. Their mental adaptability means they can be reliable even in unexpected situations, which has led some to jokingly say that a Dartmoor could survive a zombie apocalypse. Historically, the Dartmoor pony also had practical importance for local communities. Before modern transportation, they were used to carry small loads, perform light agricultural tasks, and serve as mounts for children and teenagers. Their natural resilience and low food requirements made them ideal for life on the moors, where vegetation could be sparse and the climate harsh. These challenging conditions shaped the Dartmoor's character, making it resilient, adaptable, and independent, without losing the gentle nature that charms modern caretakers. Additionally, the breed plays a significant role in English culture and tradition. Festivals, exhibitions, and equestrian events often celebrate these ponies, highlighting their skills, beauty, and character. Dedicated breeders preserve not only their physical traits, but also the breed's typical behavior, ensuring each Dartmoor maintains the unique combination of elegance, strength, and intelligence. The maintenance of wild herds in Dartmoor is also a conservation priority, protecting both the breed and the local ecosystem. In modern care, Dartmoors require balanced attention. Despite their hardiness, they need a well-balanced diet, including quality pasture, proper hay, and supplements when necessary. Regular exercise is essential to maintain muscle tone and the animal's mental vigor. Consistent, positive, reinforcement-based training is recommended, leveraging their natural intelligence and making learning enjoyable for both pony and rider. Beyond their practical usefulness, Dartmoors are also social animals, forming deep bonds with their herd mates and humans. This sociability makes them ideal for family life, animal-assisted therapy, and educational activities, where children and young people can learn responsibility, empathy, and riding skills safely and enjoyably. A fascinating aspect of the Dartmoor pony is its longevity. Well cared for, these animals can live 25 to 30 years or more, maintaining vitality, stamina, and willingness to engage in physical activities. This allows families and breeders to develop long-term relationships with the ponies, appreciating not only their physical abilities, but also the emotional bond built over the years. The versatility of Dartmoors goes beyond their usefulness for children and beginners. They can also participate in light jumping competitions, trail rides, and small carriages, showcasing their athletic ability and intelligence. Although their stature is modest, their strength and skill are not compromised. Each pony is capable of impressive performance across various activities, making them true miniature athletes. In summary, the Dartmoor pony is a breed that uniquely combines history, robustness, elegance, and balanced temperament. Its development over centuries on the English moors has produced a resilient, intelligent, and gentle animal capable of adapting to different riders and activities. Small but powerful, elegant but hardy, the Dartmoor continues to captivate horse and pony enthusiasts worldwide, proving that size does not determine strength, courage, or charm. For those privileged to interact with a Dartmoor, whether on trails, in competitions, or in everyday life, it is impossible not to be enchanted by its combination of beauty, intelligence, and character. They represent not just a breed, but a living tradition, a link between past and present, and a perfect example of how nature and history can create an incredibly special animal. And of course, if you are facing a zombie apocalypse or any other unexpected scenario, never underestimate a Dartmoor pony. With its resilience, intelligence, and courage, it would likely be the first to escape in style. Number 5. Caspian horse. The Caspian horse, originating from Iran, is one of the oldest and most fascinating equine breeds in the world, representing a living link between human history and natural evolution. Despite its relatively small stature, standing around 1.12 mm tall, it should not be mistaken for a pony, as it retains all the proportions, elegance, and strength of a full-sized horse. This uniqueness has often led to the Caspian horse being described as a perfectly shrunken horse, as if a magic wand had reduced an Arabian or thoroughbred without altering its proportions or athletic abilities. Physically, the Caspian horse is a masterpiece of natural selection and historical preservation. Its long, slender, muscular limbs provide exceptional agility and endurance, while its delicate, well-proportioned head displays features reminiscent of both Arabian and Akalteke horses, with large, expressive eyes reflecting intelligence and alertness. Adults can weigh up to 270 kg, a significant weight considering their height, highlighting strong bones, well-developed muscles, and the ability to handle intense activities. Its coat, ranging from chestnut, bay, black, to gray, has a natural shine and silky texture, making it not only functional but aesthetically appealing. The mane and tail are usually fine yet elegant, giving it a noble and refined appearance. The history of the Caspian horse is shrouded in mystery and fascination. It is considered one of Asia's oldest horse breeds, possibly descending from the first domesticated horses that roamed the plains and mountains of Iran thousands of years ago. For centuries, the Caspian horse was an integral part of nomadic life, used for transport, hunting, and warfare, and later prized by Persian royalty. Its speed, endurance, and agility were so valued that it became a symbol of prestige and power, featured in ceremonies, parades, and elite equestrian competitions. However, the modern history of the breed nearly became a tragedy. For much of the 20th century, the Caspian horse was thought to be extinct due to overhunting, habitat loss, and genetic mixing with other breeds. It was only in the 1960s that groups of wild specimens were rediscovered in the mountainous regions of northern Iran, near the Caspian Sea, sparking coordinated preservation efforts. Since then, the breed has been carefully protected and bred by dedicated breeders, maintaining genetic diversity and preserving the original traits that make it so special. Today, the Caspian horse is classified as critically endangered. Every individual is considered extremely valuable, and controlled breeding programs aim to minimize inbreeding and preserve both the health and temperament of the breed. It is one of the rarest horses in the world, and its preservation requires dedication, knowledge, and patience. This status makes the Caspian horse not only an animal, but also a cultural and historical symbol of Iran, as well as a living treasure connecting generations to the past. The Caspian horse's temperament is as remarkable as its appearance. Despite its small size, it is courageous, intelligent, and sensitive. They show intense loyalty to their caretakers, but also possess an independence reflecting their wild origins. This combination of bravery, intelligence, intelligence and sensitivity makes them excellent for various equestrian activities, including jumping, racing, and endurance events, while also being reliable for daily handling. Its athletic abilities are impressive. The Caspian horse is a natural jumper, able to clear obstacles with grace and precision, often surprising those who underestimate its stature. It also has remarkable speed and agility, qualities highly prized by Persian royalty. Historical accounts describe competitions in which these horses accompanied hunters on long journeys, maintaining a steady pace for hours, demonstrating endurance, coordination, and intelligence to navigate rough terrain. This athletic versatility continues to impress modern breeders and riders privileged to ride them. The Caspian horse's genetics are equally fascinating. Studies indicate it has a unique genetic line, sharing some traits with Arabian and Akalteke horses while maintaining characteristics that clearly distinguish it. Its DNA shows resistance to disease, longevity, and adaptability to different climates, reflecting millennia of evolution in the mountainous and coastal regions of northern Iran. This rare genetic heritage underscores the importance of careful preservation programs, as each horse represents an invaluable set of traits that could be lost without protection. Beyond its performance and genetics, the Caspian horse holds significant cultural and historical value. It is frequently depicted in ancient Persian art, poetry, and historical records, symbolizing elegance, strength, and status. For centuries, it was the preferred horse of the elite, serving in parades, military ceremonies, and leisure activities of royalty. This continued presence in various cultural contexts reinforces the symbolic value of the Caspian horse, connecting it not only to practical horsemanship, but also to Iran's cultural and historical identity. Caring for these horses requires specialized attention. Their diet must be carefully balanced, including quality pasture, proper hay, and specific nutritional supplements. Regular exercise is essential to maintain muscle tone, energy, and mental health, especially considering their natural curiosity and vitality. Training should be gentle, consistent, and respectful, taking advantage of their intelligence and sensitivity. Aggressive or rushed methods can compromise trust, whereas positive and patient approaches result in obedient, happy, and reliable horses. Interestingly, despite their smaller size, Caspian horses have impressive longevity. Well cared for, they can live 25 to 30 years or more, maintaining vigor, curiosity, and athletic performance throughout their lives. This makes them long-term companions for families, breeders, and equestrian centers, allowing a single generation to enjoy their presence and abilities for decades. Compared to other breeds, the Caspian horse combines traits from various elite lineages while maintaining unmatched uniqueness. In relation to the Arabian, it shares intelligence and elegance, but has more compact proportions and natural endurance in difficult terrains. Compared to the Akalteke, it shares agility and beauty, but has a more robust body, making it versatile for various tasks. This fusion of qualities makes the Caspian horse a unique breed, suitable for both the competitive rider and the horse enthusiast seeking a reliable, beautiful companion. In short, the Caspian horse is much more than a rare breed. It is a living link to the past, a perfect synthesis of beauty, intelligence, strength, and agility. Despite its small stature, it possesses all the qualities of a great horse: courage, endurance, speed, athletic ability, and a balanced temperament. Each individual represents centuries of history, adaptation, and natural selection, making it not only a biological treasure, but also a cultural and historical one. Whether riding a Caspian horse, competing, or simply spending time with it, it is impossible not to be enchanted by its presence. It clearly demonstrates that size does not determine ability, and that elegance, intelligence, and vigor can come in surprisingly small packages. This rare horse is, without a doubt, a living example of how history, genetics, and human dedication can combine to preserve something truly extraordinary. A living equine treasure that continues to delight, inspire, and impress all who are fortunate enough to encounter it. Number 6. Yonaguni horse. The Yonaguni horse comes from Japan's southernmost island, practically a neighbor to Taiwan. These little ones are living proof that good things don't always come in large packages. Standing only 1.19 ms tall at the withers, they are classified as ponies and usually weigh over 180 kilos. Their heads are relatively large, with well-positioned eyes and small ears. The short, thick neck gives them a compact, robust, and ridiculously cute appearance. They are usually chestnut, though other solid colors exist. Sadly, in 1968, there were only 210 Yonaguni horses, and by the early 1980s, the number dropped to just over 50. Fortunately, the situation has improved, and 85 were registered in 2008. These hardy ponies worked for centuries on the island's farms, and today are mainly used for horseback riding or tourism. Valued for their calm and friendly personalities, they make perfect companions for animal lovers. Number 7. Fjord. Technically, fjord horses aren't exactly miniature, but wait, they deserve a spot on this list for being exceptionally unique. Norwegian fjords can reach 142 centimeter tall and are so distinctive they stand out in any cute horse ranking. What sets fjords apart is their appearance. They look like living Viking horses with that thick two-tone mane traditionally trimmed to accentuate the neckline. Historically, they were used for farm work, but today they're also symbols of charm and strength in a compact package. They have large eyes, a straight forehead, small ears, a deep chest, short back, and strong legs with durable hooves. Most are dun brown, giving them a lovely sand beige tone with the signature dark stripe running along the mane and back. This breed has been selectively bred for over 2,000 years and is remarkably resilient. These horses helped build Norway, working on farms and carrying Vikings. Today, they're perfect family horses capable of everything, from trail riding to pulling carts and even giving children rides. Number 8. Kentucky Mountain Horse, Class B. Kentucky Mountain Horses come in two sizes, and Class B is perfect for anyone wanting the experience of a full-sized horse in a more manageable size. These horses stand between 112 and 145 centimeters, hitting that sweet spot. Still full horses, but not enormous. What makes them special isn't just their size, but their incredibly smooth 4-beat gait. Riding one is like floating on clouds, almost like sitting in the world's most comfortable rocking chair. Physically, they are stunning. Straight profile, neither concave nor Roman, well-shaped ears, and expressive eyes. They can be any solid color and may have white markings on the face, legs, or small specks on the belly. Plus, they're gentle enough for anyone to ride, including children, making them perfect family horses for beginners. Number 9. Tiny Tim. The name says it all. Tiny Tim was the smallest miniature stallion ever bred in the United States. And when I say small, I mean ridiculously small. Although he wasn't a dwarf horse, Tiny Tim was the smallest horse ever recorded by the American Miniature Horse Association, measuring just 48 centimeters tall. What many people don't know is that Tiny Tim was widely used for breeding and appears in the pedigrees of hundreds of American miniature horses. This tiny stallion was the grandfather of countless miniatures we see today. He sired numerous national champions, passing his genetics down through generations. His owner, C.M. Bond, knew he had something special, and he was right. While some people today may have mixed opinions about the breeding practices of the time, it's undeniable that Tiny Tim left a huge impact on the miniature horse world. For a horse that could fit under your coffee table, he certainly made history. Now that's a legacy for a small giant. Number 10. Pumuckle. Pumuckle is a German Shetland pony, giving all other miniature horses a run for their money. This little guy stands 50 centimeters tall at the withers and has such a fluffy coat that he could easily be mistaken for a stuffed toy you could carry in your arms. The most surprising part is that when Carola Weidman bought Pumuckle for her farm in Breerfeld, Germany, she believed he would grow like any other mini Shetland, reaching about 79 centimeters. But nature had other plans, and honestly, we're all grateful for that surprise. Pumuckle was named after a famous character from German children's books, and his bold personality is as unique as his name. Although he's still too young to be officially measured by Guinness, this brown and white cutie is already winning hearts. He even visits nursing homes, bringing joy to those who need it most. But beware, you don't want to see what he gets up to when he's mischievous. Number 11. Bombel horse. Einstein may be tiny, but meet Bombel from Poland, the current record holder for the smallest living male horse in the world. This little guy measures just over 56 centimeters from hoof to withers, meaning he's literally smaller than a greyhound. His name, Bombel, means bubble in Polish. And honestly, when you see this tiny round Appaloosa trotting around, it's easy to understand why he got that name. He's by far the smallest resident of Cascada Stud Farm in Wedge, where he lives alongside much larger horses. He may be the tiniest in a barn full of giants, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Another interesting fact, Bombel regularly visits children's hospitals in Poland to cheer up patients. This little hero spreads happiness and proves that size doesn't matter when it comes to making a difference. His owners, Patrick and Katarzyna Zelinska, have made him the smallest therapy horse in Poland, and there's nothing more adorable than that. Number 12. Einstein. When Einstein was born in New Hampshire in 2010, no one believed what they were seeing. He weighed only 2.7 kilos and stood 35 centimeters tall, setting the world record for the smallest newborn horse. To put that into perspective, he was smaller than most domestic cats at birth. Even with average-sized parents, 81 centimeters and 76 centimeters tall, Einstein seemed small enough to fit in a backpack. His owners, Rachel and Charlie, couldn't take their eyes off him for a second. From the moment he was born, Einstein became an instant celebrity. He even got a best-selling children's book called Einstein, the Smallest Stallion. Impressive for a horse who started life weighing less than a bowling ball. The most amazing part is that, unlike some record holders like Thumbelina, who had dwarfism, Einstein was naturally small, yet perfectly healthy and proportionate. He proves that sometimes the most extraordinary things come in the most unexpected forms. Number 13. Noma pony meet the Noma pony. Hailing from Japan, these small horses are probably the country's smallest native ponies, standing about 1.47 meters tall. Sadly, very few remain. In December 1988, there were only 27 pure specimens alive. It's heartbreaking to see such an amazing breed on the brink of extinction. These horses have existed since the 1600s, bred as park animals in the mountainous Noma region of Japan. The mountains shaped them, agile, sure-footed on rough terrain, and resembling little mountain goats disguised as ponies. One interesting fact is they always have solid coats with no white markings, giving them a clean, minimalist look that's very characteristic of Japanese style. They are gentle with children, hardy, and strong, which makes their rarity even more frustrating. Number 14. Shetland pony. Shetland ponies are one of the oldest breeds and have been winning hearts for centuries. These rugged horses originate from the Shetland Islands in Scotland, where they had to survive extremely harsh weather conditions. Measuring 71 to 112 meters tall and weighing around 100 kilos, Shetlands are technically ponies, not horses. But don't tell them that. They have the attitude of an animal 10 times their size. They come in nearly every color, except for piebald, skewbald, and painted patterns. What stands out the most, however, is their thick, fluffy winter coats. Originally, these ponies were work animals. Around the 9th century, they pulled carts in coal mines, small enough to fit into tunnels, yet strong enough to carry twice their own weight with ease. Later, they were domesticated, and today are great with children, though sometimes smart enough to outwit them. Number 15. American miniature horse. American miniature horses are charming creatures, reaching a maximum height of 96 centimeters. The breed gained traction in Europe around the 1990s when breeders began seriously developing the ideal-sized mini horse. And honestly, they succeeded. It's like having all the elegance and spirit of a full-sized horse condensed into an adorable package. Initially, however, they were reserved for the elite. Some were even used in coal mines. Today, they come in a variety of colors, solid blacks that look like velvet, spotted paints, and even wild Appaloosas that seem hand-painted. Some have manes so silky they'd make anyone envious. But don't be fooled by the size. Despite being small, they are resilient, intelligent, and can live well over 30 years if properly cared for. They have personalities bigger than most people and are frequently used as therapy animals. Spend 5 minutes with one, and you'll understand why their owners become so obsessed. Number 16. Falabella. Few horses are as charming as the Falabella. Surprisingly, these beautiful miniature horses from Argentina have existed for over 150 years, and their origin is fascinating. In 1845, an Irish farmer named Patrick Newell discovered that local tribes had unusually small horses mixed in with their regular-sized herds. He was smart enough to acquire a few, and that's how this extraordinary breed began. Standing between 64 and 86 centimeters tall, Falabellas carry all the grace and elegance of their full-sized cousins. What really amazes people is seeing these tiny athletes jump obstacles up to 90 centimeters high. Yes, you read that right. Their lineage traces back to Andalusians and English thoroughbreds, which practically explains all that athleticism. Despite being bred in Argentina for more than a century and a half, Falabellas can now be found all over the world. And they're not just pretty faces. These horses are incredibly intelligent, easy to train, and have such gentle temperaments that they are often used as guide animals for people with disabilities. Number 17. Thumbelina. Thumbelina was officially recognized as the smallest horse in recorded history, taking the title from Black Beauty. According to Guinness World Records, she measured only 44.5 cm tall and weighed just 26 kg, smaller than a Labrador Retriever. With huge eyes compared to her tiny body, she looked like she had stepped straight out of a fairy tale. Born a chestnut mare in May 2001, Thumbelina was a result of dwarfism, but when you're famous, nobody really cares. She lived on Goose Creek Farm in St. Louis, Missouri, with her owners Kay and Paul Gessling, who kept a close watch to prevent visitors from sneaking her away in a bag. She spent most of her life spreading joy to countless people, appearing on TV shows, and proving that sometimes the biggest hearts come in the smallest packages. Sadly, Thumbelina passed away in 2018, but the memories of her sweetness live on. Number 18. Micro Dave. Micro Dave, who may be the world's smallest horse at just 2 weeks old, is here with us this morning. Meet Micro Dave, or MD as he's called in competitions. This mischievous little guy from Kent, England has been winning hearts since he was born in 2015, and it's easy to see why. Who wouldn't fall in love with this little friend standing only 84 cm tall? At just 3 days old, he measured only 30 cm when photographed. What makes MD remarkable isn't just his size, though being smaller than normal certainly turns heads, but his huge personality packed into that tiny body. Micro Dave fears nothing and struts around like he owns every place he goes, completely unbothered by horses 4 times his size. MD is cared for by Jen Baldwin Murphy, who runs Hazen Liveries where he lives. He was my first miniature foal, so I had no idea how small he would be, but he was truly tiny when he was born, she said. Jen often jokes that he's so irresistible she fears someone might sneak him away one day. Well, can you blame her? When you see this tiny horse confidently strutting with that cheeky sparkle in his eye, you'd want to take him home too, but MD isn't as small as the next horse on our list. Small as the... Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting videos appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.